Hello, citizens of YouTube. This is the Geeky Nerd here, and today we're going to continue on the mini series of various optics and how they perform under night vision. And today's example is going to be the Leupold DeltaPoint Pro. Before I begin, though, I'd like to say a big thank you out to everyone who has liked, commented, and subscribed on the previous videos. I always appreciate it and always enjoy talking to you guys. But if you're new here to the channel, welcome. And if you enjoy this video, enjoy this type of content, please consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. With the PR out the way, let's get into it. So, Leupold DeltaPoint Pro. So it does have some night vision settings here. What you guys are looking through is a Photonis Echo white phosphorus around 1900, 2000 FOM, ambient light source around maybe 1-2%. It is pitch black in here, which you guys will see in a second. We have Mr. Scarecrow here. He's about 10 foot away. And the worst possible case scenario against a white background with the gain on the tube turned all the way up. So without further ado, here is the Leupold DeltaPoint. So this is the lowest setting possible. And you can see there, we are having quite a bit of bloom, but again, it's because of that higher gain. If you have a higher spec tube like a L3 or an L-bit or what have you, right, you may be able to get away with having less gain, a little bit less bloom, but still a clear light transmission. I will say, holding it about the distance you would, when you're firing it, you can see through it. And even through the bloom, you're able to make out the features. The glass transmission or the light transmission through glass is very clear. I'm holding it very close now to the nod. We can see there we are able to pick out his various little features there. I wouldn't go any higher than this, obviously, since it's blooming, but that's that general performance. And I also, the one thing I do hate about the DeltaPoint, even though it is very clear, is very big window, is you do have to press the button multiple times to be able to cycle through the various modes. So it is a pain in the butt. But here we're going to go to about 50% brightness, 50% gain, I should say, and bring the Leupold back in. You can see there we are having a bit less of a blooming effect because you're able to, it's picking up less of that light. But and obviously, same issue is we're losing a bit of the light of Mr. Scarecrow here, but still able to see him with a bit less bloom. And we're going to go to the lowest gain setting, so very pitch black, but can't see the dot, very clear. So we're going to go up maybe about 10%. I'd say what's considered probably the barest minimum, right? Barely able to see something, but still able to see. And at this point, we're barely able to make out he's there. We obviously can put the dot over center mass, but it's definitely struggling a bit. So we're going to go back up to maximum gain here, where it can work. So I'd say at distance, again, this is worst case scenario, very dark, high gain, everything. Standard, plinking, what have you, this is going to work generally fine. If you have a higher spec tube, I'd say the Leupold is going to fare a bit better, but this is a general performance. So let me know what you guys think. If you guys have a Leupold DeltaPoint, if you guys think the Photonis is having the issue or think the Leupold's having the issue, I'll say as far as settings go, as far as for my eyes, for a DeltaPoint footprint, I'll say the EOTech eFlex is definitely winning out for me right now. But overall, still, it works. It's still able to be used. Obviously, it isn't perfect, but is usable nevertheless. It isn't just a giant wash like 2 daylight settings. One thing I will say is that on this lowest setting, you can see the dot with your bare eye, which usually whenever that, they have night vision settings, that isn't usually too well. As soon as you leave outside of a dark environment, you are, you do lose it, but usually if you still see it with your bare eye, it's probably not dark enough for you. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. Hope everyone's having a wonderful, awesome, fantastic day, and I'll catch you guys next time. See you guys.